What's going on, guys? Isaiah or Slashbit24 here. Today, bringing you another Valorant update overview video. In this video, I'll be covering patch 0.49. There was quite a lot added in the last update, so let's get right to it. First up, we have some balance changes to Omen. He's had his teleport ability slightly nerfed and his ultimate ability slightly buffed. His teleport ability, they've made a slight change where when he comes out of that teleport animation, you can see his player model a lot earlier. I can't actually really show you this in a first-person view, but all you need to know is that when you come out of that teleport ability, the player model is going to appear a lot sooner. How it worked before was you would kind of have to wait and like hold your gun at the guy while you were waiting for his player model to show up. But now after doing his teleport ability, he will show up a lot sooner and you'll be able to take him out a lot easier. With this ultimate ability, it has a lower sound radius, so it will now be harder to hear if you are farther away from wherever Omen teleports to on the map. Moving on to Sage, she's had her barrier orb slightly tweaked after having her slow orb tweaked last time. You can now no longer place the walls on like really obscure pieces of geometry, and sometimes the walls will only spawn like 2 or 3 chunks if the chunks aren't supported by the ground. So if you look at the old way how the barrier orbs worked, as you can see here, whenever you put a wall, it would always create 4 blocks no matter what, and no matter where you placed it. And you'd also be able to place it on like random things. As you see here in the practice range, you could place a wall like on this arch, even though that doesn't really make any sense. It's not any sort of solid ground. Now with the barrier orbs, the walls can only be placed on like concrete ground or on wider surfaces. As you can see here with the newer version, I placed the wall on a elevated surface and it only created 2 chunks. And as you can see here, I'm unable to now place the wall on the archway. I could only place it on the ground or on the flatter area at the top of this little arch. So a solid, nice change there to Sage's barrier orb. We also have a variety of different updates, both to all the maps, the addition of the ranked mode, which isn't live quite yet as of me recording this video, and then also some additional quality of life improvements to the observer mode. In terms of the map updates, we've had some visual changes to a variety of different maps. We've also had some curtains be added into the double doors on Haven, which you'll see here in a second. And then also just some other exploit fixes going after the Sage and Jet / Omen boost that sort of got players out of the map. As you can see here with the change at the Haven double doors, this is the old version of Haven. You could put a Sage wall up here and get this little line of sight through this little crack between the top of the archway and then, or the bottom of the archway I should say, and the top of the double door. But now moving on to the newer version of Haven, the doors themselves have received a slight graphical rework. And then also now if you try to do the same little boost with the Sage wall, you'll see there's this little like static curtain in the way, so you're not actually able to see through that. You can still obviously shoot through that, but you're unable to actually see through it and easily take out players on the other side playing in the garage window. Over here now at the bomb sites, like I said, there's been some minor visual changes to the bomb sites. They now have green crates instead of orange crates. And also some of the textures on the walls and in some of the floors and some of the areas on the maps have also been slightly tweaked and improved. I'm only showing you the bomb sites on Haven here, since I don't need to show you crates on every single bomb site. But yeah, they have been changed from orange to green, so not sure why, but I'll allow it. Also, another change is some visual changes to Omen and Breach. They've had some character model updates and reworks. As you can see here, the old and new versions of Omen, he's looking a bit more menacing now, has a different sort of face to him, and also his armor has slightly changed. Similarly with Breach, he hasn't really changed much, just sort of his visual colors. They've changed from an orange and black model to a green and white model, which I assume is for just some improved visibility on a variety of different maps. Aside from those updates, we have a bunch of improvements to both the in-game and out-of-game HUD and UI. I'm not going to cover all of these in great depth, as there is like way too many to go over in a short video. But some of the major ones are removing your character portrait on the radar, introducing some low health and ammo indicators along with some new directional damage indicators, and then also some reworks to the menu UI, having things look a bit cleaner and found in a bit more easier to locate locations. So as you see here with the old UI, That was the old play screen along with the old collection. But now with the new play screen and new collection, some things have been just slightly moved around. And also, if you have some skins equipped in the new version of the collection screen, you can just hover over that to receive some little tooltip options. A variety of different settings have also been added and improved. I'm not going to cover those all, like I said, in great detail. But for example, here the crosshair screen has been slightly tweaked. As you'll see here, the newer version in a second. This is now the newer version of the play screen. The practice button has been moved to the bottom, along with sort of just the entire play screen sort of just cleaned up visually. As you can see here with the new collection screen, I don't have any skins in the game, but if you do have skins, you will be able to hover over them and just see some really brief tooltips. Then if we head over to the new settings section, as you can see here, the crosshair part of that has been made smaller, so you can see the settings a lot more easier. So just in general, just some solid UI and overall graphic changes. Moving over here now to the in-game changes, some of them. This is the old version of the radar and planting the spike. You can notice a difference in the sound effect between the old spike and the new spike. That, of course, is the old spike, and as you saw in the top left, the radar showed a little character sage symbol. But now with the new bomb sights here, the green crates, no picture of yourself in the radar in the top left. And then if we plant the spike and listen, we can hear a new spike sound. So yeah, instead of just the beeping, it has this little like whoosh thing to it. Just to sort of be able to hear the bomb better, especially on Haven with the 3 bomb sites. Sort of an audio update to make that a bit easier to see where the bomb's been planted. A variety of other changes in this update. There's way too many to go over in just a short little video. But I'll leave a link in the description box down below and in the comment section if you want to check out these patch notes for yourself in full detail. A variety of different quality of life changes, including harsher penalties for abandoning queues, and then improving the audio system throughout the game to make it easier to hear footsteps from certain distances, and then a significantly long list of bug fixes both in-game and out-of-game. So many, in fact, I couldn't fit it all in one screenshot. So again, I'm going to leave a link down below to the full blog post on the Riot website if you want to check out the full list of bug fixes and quality of life changes and updates. But aside from that, guys, this video just basically covered the major changes in patch 0.49. And if you want to get the more minor changes, you can do so by checking out the link down below to the Riot website and checking out the patch notes in full. But that's going to do it for today's update overview video for Valorant, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe as always, as it does help the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys soon.